Alrighty, so it's the beginning of Yamask and Glaring Yamask Research Day. So before we started hunting ghosts and really getting into the Halloween spirit, I wanted to go into the first part of the Halloween event that we're going to be getting soon in Pokemon Go. And I think Niantic always does Halloween really well. When the October calendar came, everyone was super excited. And honestly, with the details of Halloween Part 1, everyone has a right to be. So let's go dig into this before we go and see if we can get any shiny Yamask today with hunting around for different research tasks. So Halloween 2024 Part 1 is going to start on Tuesday, October 22nd at 10 a.m. and go all the way to Monday the 28th at 10 a.m. local time. And with this event, we get the much anticipated debut of Morpeko. So Morpeko did make its teaser into kind of the announcements of Pokemon World Championships, and this is going to be the first time that form changes are going to be really introduced into Pokemon Go. So Morpeko is going to make its debut. It is going to be a Go Battle League focused Pokemon, so you're going to be able to encounter it during the Battle League table. It's not going to be a wild spawn, but it's going to be in that table, and it makes sense. So what makes Morpeko so different? Well, it's because of its featured charge attack, Aura Wheel. So Aura Wheel will change its typing based on the form Morpeko has, and Morpeko's form will change based on when you use the move. So it's both going to be an electric and a dark move depending on the form of Morpeko. Morpeko has the full belly mode, so that's when it is an electric type, and it also has the hangry mode, and that's when it's going to be a dark type. So something to kind of engage with the PvP and battling a little bit more. It is a 100 base power charge move, so that's really what is so special about Morpeko. Hopefully, if this is done right, we'll see other form-changing Pokemon like Meloetta, like Wishiwashi, other form-based Pokemon that will be able to be engageable and usable during battles. So let's look at the other pieces that are going to be debuting and what we're going to be getting from Halloween Part 1. Ghastly is going to be making its Dynamax debut. So Ghastly will be a Raid 1 or Star 1 Pokemon in the Dynamax battle spots. And it can be shiny. So if you get a good one, it is a Poison Ghost type. And it's going to have really good coverage. So it would be a good opportunity to use, be able to solo for it, try to get a good IV one that can be in Dynamax usage, push it all the way up to a Gengar, and have a good Poison Ghost attacker for future Dynamax needs. The event bonuses for Halloween Part 1 is Halloween Double Catch Candy. Makes perfect sense. Increased Candy XL for trainers level 31 and higher. Again, makes perfect sense. And here's something that I think a lot more people are more interested on. Increased chance of getting a shiny Zorua and a shiny Umbreon. Now Zorua is going to be a wild spawn Pokemon. Umbreon is going to be a raid spawn Pokemon. So, but 2 increased shiny odds for this first half of the event is still a really good kind of bonus to throw out on top of all the other things. So with the wild encounters for this, we're going to get a whole bunch of Ghost, Dark, and just Pokemon that go around with the spooky theme. So the wild encounters for this event are going to be Zubat, Spinarak, Murkrow, Mischievous, Shuppet, Drifloon, Purloin, Female Frillish. Weird that they're only doing that, but it's still a good Pokemon. Zorua with the shiny boost, Litwick, and Greavard. And then the rare encounters are going to be Sableye and Absol. So almost everything but the Greavard can be shiny, which is always a really good thing. Always fun to get just random shinies during an event. And then during the raids for the event, we're going to get Sneasel, Sableye, and both Yamask and on the 1-star raid. And then 3 stars are going to be Hisuian Typhlosion, Umbreon with the shiny boost, and Bombardier. So not a bad raid pool. Definitely want to just, if you have the spare raid pass, go ahead, try to do a couple Umbreon checks. Umbreon's a really beautiful shiny, I honestly think is one of the better evolution shinies. But we'll see what that happens and see what everyone can get. There will be a free time to research for the event that will give you an encounter with Spiritomb and Morpeko. So we always get a timed research for Halloween that always gives us a Spiritomb encounter. Again, we're getting another one this year. And we also can get more Pico as part of this, so if you don't enjoy or don't want to do the Battle League, this is going to be your opportunity to get a more Pico for your decks and for your adventures. Field research tasks, we'll be able to get Sableye, Scraggy, Golett, Sandygast, more Pico, so another non-Battle League way to get more Pico, Nimble and Greavard, and then the rare kind of spawn for these field research tasks is going to be Spiritomb. So Spiritomb is accessible outside of the time research, which is very unusual for Spiritomb, but it's always a great opportunity to get more shiny checks on it. And then there's two different paid time researches that will be focusing on costumed Pokemon. So if you like the costume Pokemon, there's two different paid time researches, one for $5, one for $2. You can get both. And the $5 one gives you early access to the costume Pokemon that we will be getting during Halloween Part 2. So if you're willing to wait a week to get these Pokemon during the Halloween Part 2, this is definitely your opportunity if you want to get early access. And we're going to be getting Pikachu with a witch hat. We're going to get a costume Froakie, a costume Rowlet, and then you have access to get another Spiritomb and more Pico checks with it. With the $2 ticket, you're going to be getting the Pikachu with the witch hat, the costume Vulpix from the past, one of the Gengars that have been costumed, costume Piplup from the past, Drifblim from the past, and then the Pumpkaboo from the past, and then the new Froakie and Rowlet. So there's plenty of opportunity for those who love costume Pokemon. Again, if you want to wait a week, get it for free. But if you want early access, you have 2 tickets to do so. And there's other bonuses to it, but it's really focusing on the costume Pokemon. And then last but not least, I think the portion that I think is always really cool of these Halloween events is the music. So we're going to get a special Lavender Town music soundtrack for the overall of the game. Not everyone always plays with the music. I don't play with the music, but I love this Lavender Town music track, so I always turn it on every once in a while, because it really gives you a spooky vibe from the Red and Blue games. But other than that, everything is pretty straightforward. It's always a classic. Halloween's always done well in Pokemon Go, and they look like they're doing it again. But what I'm about to do, I'm going to go do my EMS research day. I'm going to see if I can get any shinies for my living decks, and I'm going to enjoy it, and I'll touch base with you in a little bit. So about an hour of hunting, I got 3 shiny Galarian ones and 1 Hundo Galarian one. And then you got 4 Galarian shinies, 2 Unovian shinies, and 2 Galarian Hundos.
Yes.
We both got the ticket, but still. But we got what we wanted out of it. It wasn't too crazy of an event. We went through a couple of different locations, 3 different parks. Got to kind of enjoy the nice weather we're having. But really, it's the kickoff to Halloween. So definitely excited for the Halloween event. That's going to start on the 22nd, and then it's going to go all the way through Halloween. Part 1 just ends on the 28th. We have some details on Part 2, but we'll talk about that closer when Part 1 is ending. But I hope everyone is enjoying the research day. I hope they're enjoying October's events, getting ready for the Halloween and the costume Pokemon. And we are going to get ready, and we are going to enjoy a soccer game in this beautiful Florida weather. So we'll see you guys later. Have fun. Have a good day.